Alright, what's up, guys? So, seen this video, had to check it out. Uploaded by Tap Out. I don't know why I was about to say Top. Like, I just think I've been saying Top a lot recently. I don't know why. But, anyways, Tap Out Corner. They've uploaded a video titled WWE Fans Inappropriately Touch Women Wrestlers. Yeah, it's, I think that's probably why you don't really see a whole lot of women coming from the stands and stuff. Because I can see right now like a guy getting punched in his face because he done grabbed one of the women wrestlers like their breastorial areas. Breastorials, is that a word? I don't freaking know. But anyways, let's make it a word. But no, like jokes aside, like I think that that is messed up that you have fans out there that's like that. You know, where they're weird and nobody knows why they're weird. They're just weird. But yeah, I remember, who was it? I remember it was Nia Jax. She was carrying a wrestler. I can't remember who it was. Was it Alexa Bliss? No. I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody, and Nia Jax was carrying her, and there was a kid like smacked her on the butt. And I'm like, kid, you lucky you a kid, because if you had been a full grown man and did some stuff like that, yeah, you gonna get hurt. So, anyways, but no, let's go ahead and check this out, see what it's all about. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Tap Out Corner for more videos like this. But to any wrestling fans out there, when this pandemic ends and y'all could go back to, I feel like them first few wrestling shows is gonna be huge. But anyways, but yeah, when you go to a wrestling show and a women wrestler, she is in the presence of you, don't do no weird stuff. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video.
While most fans are respectable when interacting with wrestlers, not all are. Some female performers have, unfortunately, had members of the audience touch them with their consent. Let's look at several incidents where fans inappropriately touch women in wrestling. For almost their entire WWE careers, the Bella Twins' entrance music has started by saying, "You can look, but you can't touch."
And people will hear that, and people will hear that and be like, "Oh, well, I gotta break the rules. I gotta do something." I'm like, just don't touch them. Like, just don't touch them. That's it. That's all that you have to do. Just go to the wrestling show, enjoy it. If they come up on you, high five them, fist bump them, come up with a handshake where you gotta go up like that. But I'm just saying, don't do no weird stuff. That's it. That's all that you have to do. But there's gonna be people out there that's hard-headed. They feel like they don't know how to listen. And when you get kicked out, tossed up, and then next thing you know, you might possibly get jumped by some people outside, like, that's your own fault.
Cleveland, Ohio fan decided to ignore that. On an episode of Superstars, Nikki Bella was making an entrance and interacting with the crowd. One fan wanted a bit more than a high five and grabbed Nikki and gave her a kiss on the cheek. Dang. It should be noted that that particular fan has special needs and regularly attends WWE events in Cleveland. Nikki Bella didn't seem too bothered by the surprise kiss and was all smiles as she entered the ring for her match.
After dang, I'm like, kid, like, chill out. Like, it's like, that's somewhere. I think I would approach him and be like, hey, like, I understand what you were doing, caught up in the moment, had to do your thing, but I'm like, just for your safety, I'm like, because not too many people would be paying attention to that. They might not care. I'm like, I care for you, but you just gotta chill on that stuff, bruh.
Hiatus, the Boss returned to WWE and ignited a feud with Becky Lynch. This set up a match between the two at Clash of Champions for Becky's Raw Women's Championship. During the fight, Lynch accidentally took out the referee with a chair. With no one officiating the match, the two women started fighting into the crowd and around the arena. They eventually made their way back to ringside, with Becky Lynch in control. As she was throwing Sasha Banks over the barricade, a fan in the front row reached out to touch Sasha's butt. Yes. Just a few seconds later, that same fan also grabbed Banks by the arm, but let go very quickly. This caused quite an uproar online, but despite the outrage, the fan wasn't ejected from the building. A few days after the incident, it was reported that WWE was investigating the situation and would likely be issuing lifetime bans to anyone involved.
Hands down.
Banks herself said on social media she'd be suing, but nothing else was shared. Either way, the lesson here is, don't be like this guy.
Yeah, like, dude.
In August of 2017...
My thing is that I would be scared. Like, not even just like, well, of course to do some stuff like that, but to just even touch them. Because my thing is that I wouldn't want to reach my hand out to like high five them, and then their feet's going, then they kick me, then they're all like they think a lawsuit. But I'm like, my thing is like I just don't even. I'm just sitting there like this. I'm like, of course I'll get my phone, be taking pictures and stuff. Like, dang, look how close the wrestlers got. But yeah, that extra stuff though, I'm just like, y'all need to chill on that.
After competing in a match at an untelevised WWE live event, Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss were leaving the ring. Jax was holding Bliss on her shoulder, and a young fan in the front row took the opportunity to give Alexa a pat on the butt. Nia quickly turned around, but seemed to laugh it off when she realized it was a kid. Sometime after the incident, Alexa Bliss was asked about it.
Well, when it happened, I asked Nia because she was carrying me over her shoulders. I was like, "Is that you?" And she was like, "No." And like we just walked back and we were just like, we laughed it off. But
before a match against Oksana, Natalya was making her entrance like normal and celebrating with the fans. Her. She went to pose behind
Natalya,
a group of attendees, and a young child got a bit handsy and touched one of Natalya's breasts. Whoa. It was pretty quick, and the kid was likely excited just to be so close to a WWE wrestler. Yeah. Natalya didn't seem to even notice the touch, and even gave the young fan a high five right afterwards.
That's wow.
Incidents of fans touching female wrestlers haven't just happened in WWE. In 2019, the Mexican wrestling company AAA hosted an event called Conquista Total in Cancun. At the show, future WWE star Scarlett Bordeaux competed in a 6-woman tag team match. At one point, Scarlett performed a crossbody to the outside. When she got up, a fan standing ringside pulled her towards him and began rubbing her body with his hands.
Wow.
Lady Shani, one of Bordeaux's tag team partners, pulled her away from the barricade and out of the man's reach. Afterward, Scarlett condemned the fan's actions and thanked Shani for having her back. Shout out to JL.
I feel like you have to turn around and punch somebody in the face for doing some stuff like that. I don't know, if I was a wrestler and somebody grabbed a hold of me like that, I'm like, oh, okay, so this is what's gonna happen here. All right. Well, I'm like, hey, what's that? And then just as soon as I just get like a perfect clear hit on them, like, oh yeah, like no, you just gotta get faded right there. Like at that point I just don't care. I'm like, nah, you doing stuff like that. So I'm like, fans, look, if they put their hands out to, that's why even when they be like falling against like the ringside part, and I'm like, even then I probably would still just be like, oh, I don't want to touch them, because I'm like, look, security come up on me, then I'm getting kicked out. I'm like, nah, man, I'm not with that. I'm not with that at all. So yeah, I think there's just certain fans that just don't need to. The kid ones, I'm like, okay, the kid ones, they don't really, especially the kid and Natalya, it came off as like he was, might have been trying to pat her on the arm. I don't know. Like, he might just made it, like, he might just be a smart kid and be like, I'm going to make it look like I'm trying to pat her on the arm, but my hand's just going to go 3 inches over and give me just, like, some breastorial feels. And, yeah, man, I swear, it's like, there's some people out there, I'm like, I don't even understand that. But anyways, yeah, that was wild. that was really wild. That was a good, it was messed up, like, with some of the cases, but the kids, it was funny, I guess, but yeah, pretty good video. Shout out to Tap Out Corner. There we go. I was all like, I almost forgot, but I remember. But anyway, shout out to Tap Out Corner. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him. Subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.